area of a circle. Area of a circle is the following. So we have area, which is equal to pi times r squared. Now this r is our radius. And so when you look at a circle, it's anywhere from like the center middle point to any part of the circle, right? It could be from here to here, or it could have been like, say, here to here. But these are the same, right? It's equal to the radius. So now another thing you might see is a line that goes straight across through the center. So this is considered our diameter, and our diameter is equal to 2r. Or the radius can be equal to d over 2, right? So we just divide the diameter by 2 and we get our radius. So sometimes you might see the diameter, or you might see the radius, since you might have to do a calculation to go from the diameter to the radius. So this is our area of the circle, and then this pi is a number on the calculator, right? And so pi, we can either use as 3.14, or we can use a button where it will go on infinitely, right? Right, there's all these digits, and this radius is a ratio from the circumference, right? So like the whole perimeter of the circle to the diameter. And so that ratio is always going to be equal to pi. So this circumference to the diameter of the circle, and it's for all circles. So let's go ahead and look at example 1. So Dr. Anderson used an ultrasound to identify the existence of a large kidney stone in her patient. Find the area of the kidney stone. So you see that we're given just the radius, and the radius is 0.75 inches. So if we look at our formula, we know r is equal to 0.75, or just 0.75. So let's go ahead and fill this in. So we have pi, and then we have 0.75 squared. So let's get the calculator out. So first we're going to deal with our exponent. So we have 0.75, and we can square it, or we can just go ahead and go multiply times 0.75, because we just have 2 copies of it that are being multiplied. Or we can go ahead and just do this, right? We took the square of that, and that is equal to 0.5625. So now we have this number, and we can go ahead and then just multiply it to our pi. So we can either go times 3.14 or times this pi button, which is lighted up right here on the far left. If we do that, we go equals, and that's equal to 1.77 inches squared. So that would be our solution, that would be our area. Now, what if we also just went back, just to show you, 0.5625 times 3.14. As you can see, it's 1.76, which will also be rounded to 1.77. So, right, very similar. Sometimes they're barely just off by like on the 100th place value, but you can see how these are really similar and why people just use 3.14. Now, in WAMAP, when you submit your answers, know that both answers will be accepted. So let's go ahead and look at the next example. So example 2, Bethany passed a kidney stone at home. So we're going to find the area of the kidney stone. So on this one, we see we are given the diameter. So we need to go ahead and find the radius, because our area is pi r squared. So our diameter is equal to 2r. We just divide by 2 on both sides, which we've shown. So d divided by 2, right, is our radius. So 6 divided by 2, that is equal to 3. So our radius is equal to 3. So let's go ahead. Now we know This one's a little bit easier because 3, right? 3 squared is equal to 9. Then we can go ahead and just multiply it times this pi, and we get 28.27. And this is milliliters squared. So that would be the area of this kidney stone.